Okay, no problem.
Okay, is it Miriel or yeah, it's a very beautiful name that you have there.
So much. It's actually Mirai.
Mireille.
Yeah,
Do you get it quite a lot where people ask how to pronounce
yeah. I
it?
have to explain every time. So yeah, I
Ah,
get that a lot.
do you know what it means?
I know it in Kosa, which is Tandega.
Moronga, please can you mute yourself? Actually, let me just make sure
Okay.
that everyone, let me just make sure.
Okay, let me rush somewhere quickly. I'll be back.
2 seconds, guys. Okay, that works. But it seems like my mic is working. I'm trying something new, guys. I've got a microphone here on the side. I saw somebody online doing that. So I was like, okay, that looks cool. Because normally I have to grab the mic and put it here. So I think this one will work a lot better and quicker and faster. Okay, so we will start at 11:05. I would highly just suggest get yourself a drink, pen and pad if you need. It's going to be very important because I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of tactical information, some things that you guys can use for whether you're looking to run a campaign, whether you're looking to run your very own ads, any way, shape, or form. I will be giving some interesting stuff today. And I'll also be walking you through what's been working for our clients this week, some things that I'm noticing, just so that you guys are up to speed. Because as you guys know, the online space, it's crazy, it's hectic, right? There's a lot of things that's happening, a lot of changes. You know, there's always just something new and different that we have to fix and sort out. So we'll begin in the next 2 minutes and then we shall get started. But I think in the meantime, since before we get started, I would love to know, but let's stay with Tandega. Tandega is, so I know, because I think I've got a client who's Utandega, so I'm not sure if that's you or not. I've had to disable the mute button, the microphone, just because some people don't switch off their mics. But pop it in the chat. Pop it in the chat. What I'm actually going to put here is I'm going to ask a question so that at least I know how to direct this call. So the question is, what's your challenge right now? And I just want you to put it into the chat. What is your core challenge that you're having right now at the moment? You don't have to give me a full story, just in a case of, hey, I'm struggling to get mandates or I'm struggling to get buyers. Whichever it is, just put that into the chat so I know how to at least direct this call. And then I shall assist you. Let me just quickly see. Okay, perfect. Can you guys find the chat? Or do I need to direct you guys? I don't even know if you guys are using your phones or your laptops. Price Simon. Good to have you, my brother. Good to have you. You're on mute, but it's fine. I think just because sometimes most people would unmute themselves and then their noisy background is a bit distracting. So for now, we'll just focus on the chat because I think that would make more sense. And then if you have any questions, please feel free to pop it in there. But yeah, okay. We will get started. Glad to have you on. And let me start with today's call. So cool, guys. Basically for today, what I'm mainly going to be speaking about is what's working right now. For those who don't know, I go live every single Thursday. Really, the whole idea behind it is I get a lot of agents who always ask me, Juanita, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me? And I wish I was Mother Teresa, I could help everyone, but my time is limited, right? And I know some of you guys may not have the resources to invest into my program. So that's the reason why I do these weekly live sessions. So if you ever have any questions, you can always just pop in and then ask me a question. I can help and assist. Great. So what are we going to be discussing today? So what I like to discuss every week is just walking you through what's working for us right now. So when I say right now, I'm talking about the current week. So not what happened last month or 2 months back, but this week. What are the things that we're noticing? And then what I also will do is I'll walk you through some actual ads that have been working so that at least you can get an idea of, oh, okay, this is what they were doing this week. These are the results. And, this is what they've noticed, give or take, so that at least you have up to speed and up to date information and not information that was working 2 months back. Because as you guys know, technology is rapid, right? Before you know it, they say, no, this thing is working. And then you do it and it's like, no, now you need to do this. I know for many of you guys, it's like, okay, which one is it? So I want to show you guys step by step what's working, and then we can take it from there. So I think, you know what, just to jump straight into it, I'm going to share an advertising account. I think I covered it last week, but this is also just an update because we had a conversation with him, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, from overall leads. So we paused the ads this week, but I want to show you the amount of leads he's received. And then I'll also give you a little bit of feedback in terms of what he mentioned and some things that we're working on with him. And what is the main thing I realized most agents are struggling with. So let me quickly share my screen and then we shall jump in. Let me just quickly get somebody in. Perfect. Cool. So let me quickly share my screen and then I'll walk you through this particular client. Okay, perfect. Which one is it? Is it this one? Give me a second. Okay, no, it's this one. Yeah. Okay, so this is a client of mine. I know I covered him last week, but I wanted to also share an update because sometimes it's always great just to get an update of, oh, okay, yes, I was maybe here last week. If you weren't here last week, I'll give you guys more context. But last week I gave, basically showed his results. If I'm not mistaken, I think he got about, I do stand to be corrected, guys, but I know he got definitely 50 to 80 leads in the first week. And then this week, I think it's the same thing. And I'll just walk you through the overall results. And then I'll walk you through what are some of the things I noticed with his account compared to everyone else, and what is the main thing he needs to mainly work on, and the big issues I'm seeing with many agents. So let me just quickly go to his campaigns. It's going to quickly show it here. So for those who don't know, this is like the back end of Facebook. You know, when you open up a car and you see the engine, you see all those complicated things. This is more the business side of Facebook. So I like to view myself as a mechanic. We're now looking at the engine, right? So let me just quickly close all these necessary things. If you don't know how to, if this is maybe too small for you, maybe just tell so that at least you are then able to see exactly what's going on. Otherwise, you're going to struggle to see this information. Cool. So as you guys can see, February seller campaign. So we have paused the campaign because there's a lot of leads he needs to go, as you guys can see. So in total for Feb, about 195 leads generated. Would I say we're active every day for the month? No. When did we start? I think we started, I do stand to be corrected. Let's see, Monday, February. Okay, I just want to see when exactly did we start here. Just so that at least you guys get a full overview of when exactly did we start with this campaign. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, if it's not the first week of Feb, I know it's definitely the second week of February. Okay, let me do Monday the 9th. Let's see. If we're still struggling, that's fine. I'll just communicate in the meantime while it still loads. But let's just go quickly maximum for now. My internet is a bit slow. Let me just try and fix this here. Sorry, guys. You guys can see this is all impromptu. Yeah, okay. This is all impromptu. Okay, perfect. 195 leads. Let's just assume we're doing it for the month because I can see it's a bit slow now. But overall, how much did he spend in total? I always like to suggest our clients anywhere between 1.5 to 2.5, 3,000 works best. But also, guys, I know which areas perform the best, so I'll be able to direct you in terms of, you know, how much you would need to spend. So for example, Prasimon, because if you're still going to be focusing in, let's say, the Val area, just for lack of a better understanding of where exactly, I would say, yeah, 1.5, 2,000 works best for you because there's not a lot of competition. So for example, guys, if you are in an area where there's a lot of competition, that specifically is going to cost you more. So what do I mean by that? So you see here, he paid 10 Rand per lead. But when I say 10 Rand per lead, I'm not talking about, you know, you just get a name and a phone number, because a lot of you guys are used to those kind of leads where you just get like a name and a phone number. No, these are people who've given us their names, their email addresses, their phone number, and their street address. And on top of that, they've given us a reason as to why they're looking to sell. So let me give you guys, for those who don't know my process, because I know there's probably some of you guys who may be like, okay, how does your process work? So let's actually take a look at his best performing ad. I think this is the one. So this one got 136 leads. So then I'll show you guys what that looks like now. Okay. Let me quickly scroll down here. We'll take a look at the ad in a second, but I just want to show you guys exactly what information are we getting. Yeah, my internet, for some reason today, is a bit slow. Let me just quickly check here. Okay. Perfect. All right, so while that's loading, as I mentioned, what are we getting? We're getting the name, the email, the phone number, the street address, and we're also getting an idea as to why are they considering selling, because that's very important. That's part one. Then part two, WhatsApp me is a lead, getting people who are inquiring to work with you. But on top of that, there's also a WhatsApp that is being sent to them based with the information that they provided. So that's the best ad that is performing right now. We'll take a look now in a second. I just want to show you guys what it looks like. Okay, cool. Let me quickly accept this person. Okay, so let me give you guys an example, right? This, guys, I'm literally sure what's working. So if you're not taking notes, if you're not really grabbing all this information, then I don't know why you're here, okay? So you guys saw that this particular ad, if I had to scroll up quickly, this particular ad, guys, is what generated 136 leads in the month. This one ad alone. So as I said, guys, grab as much information as you can. It's very simple. It's an aerial shot image. What's your home in Germiston? We've got his picture over there. This is what's working for us right now. And then that's what we're running. Now, in terms of the form, so for those who don't know, what do I quantify as a lead? It's not the traditional name, phone number, and that's it. No. For me, I need to get an idea in terms of where are they in terms of the sales process. So for example, what is their intention? So the first thing I want to find out from them is what is the main reason that they're considering to sell? Are they relocating? Are they downsizing or upgrading? Are they selling for financial reasons? Are they selling for investment purposes? Or are they just testing? So they have to select one of these options. So let's say somebody selects financial reasons. Then they click continue. Then after that, we then require them to give us their name, the email, their phone number, as well as their street address. Once they're done doing that, we want to verify the information. So for example, remember, we asked for their phone number, okay? So once they provide us with their phone number, there's going to be a code that's going to be sent to their phone to verify their phone, right? Because we used to get clients in the past who say, oh, these numbers don't work. So then now we have this option here so that as soon as they give us the information, they then need to go on their phone to their SMSs and put in the code. That is perfect now because now we're getting the right phone number. And then immediately as soon as it's done, then what they basically have to do is that once they click submit, what does it mean? By clicking submit, you agree to send your information to my client, okay, who agrees to use it according to their privacy policy. So of course, they're now giving you the permission to contact them, okay, and they're also giving you the permission for you to use their information, okay. So that just also helps from a POPI Act perspective. So once they click on submit, the minute they click on the submit button, boom, there's a WhatsApp that's sent to them, which will then, one, verify their street address. So for example, I'll just give you an example in terms of what that message looks like. And we give our clients freedom to say what they want to put in the message. But what's working well for a lot of clients right now is, let's say the guy's name is James. I like to use James for some reason. Anyway, hi, James. Thank you so much for inquiring for your custom-made CMA report. Just wanted to quickly confirm, is this your street address, for example? And then we would add it in a question mark. Now, why do we ask that question? Number one, I like to ask a question purely because it then, what does it do? It evokes a response. So here's also another tip I want to give guys. If ever, let's say, let's just forget my assistant in general, okay? Let's look at human nature. If you're asking somebody a question, what is the natural response that somebody you're engaging with would have? They would respond to your question because that's how it's been brought up. If somebody asks you a question, you're naturally inclined to what? To respond. So when I ask questions in the WhatsApp message, I do that for a reason, to get what? A response. I'm saying this all for a reason. Whether you're cold calling, whether you're reaching out to someone for the first time, maybe let's say you're doing something completely different, okay? you always want to ask questions, because us as human beings, we're inclined to respond to questions. That's a tip that I want to give everyone that has helped me a lot in my advertising journey. So once that lead now gets that WhatsApp, okay, which is all done by us, so it's all connected, okay, that lead would say, yes, that's my street address, and then the agent would then do what he does best. Give them a call or send them an SMS or send them a voice note. It all really depends on what's your sales process. What I like to tell my clients, as soon as that lead responds to your WhatsApp, you want to get on a call with them quickly, and then you want to then walk them through your process. So what is that process? It all really depends, okay? Some of my clients, what they like to do is that they'll give them a call and say, look, our process goes as follows, okay? We can give you a detailed valuation, but then that won't be 100% accurate because you could have made some changes in your property, and now it's going to be difficult for us to give you something that would be worthwhile for you. What I suggest is that let's set up a face-to-face, just so I can quickly do a quick inspection, and then I'll be able to give you something more custom and personalized and handmade according to your needs. Does that work for you? You see, now I'm giving 2 branches. Opening the first branch where it's like, yeah, I can give you a desktop valuation, but it's not going to be accurate. Is that truly what you want? Or, hey, let's go for the second option. It's a pain-free process. I'm just going to come there, take a look at what you've done, and then I'll be able to give you something more custom and handmade. Now, here's the thing. 2 things are going to happen. Now, you're going to either then find leads who just genuinely are curious and just want a desktop valuation. That's okay. Okay. Eventually they will close. They will sell. But then what is it doing? It's going to single out the people that genuinely want to sell, but maybe may not have said it yet. So then they'll be like, yeah, okay, cool. You can come to my house. Now, once you have that opportunity to see them in person, that's when you close. Okay. So that's the reason why I like to go with this process. And can you see here, where should we send this personalized valuation? Because we want to make it as personal as possible. The more you personalize it for them, the more you know, okay, this is someone who genuinely wants help and wants assistance. Let's just go back to this campaign. I hope this helped. Well, for those who are curious to know. So that is basically all the leads that he got. So in a nutshell, he got 195 WhatsApp messages. What do I mean by that? So there's 195 leads, okay, who he sent a message to that were requesting for personal valuation. And then these are 195 people that gave him their name, their phone number, their street address, and then also stated, are they looking to sell because of financial reasons, investment, etc., etc. That is what he's getting. Now remember, guys, this is in a month. So if I had to do the calculations quickly, and then I'll just walk you guys through in terms of the feedback that he's given us. If we had to go 195, what's the date today? 26. It's not going to be 100% accurate because I don't know when exactly we launched. I know we launched a bit later in the first week and then we paused this week. But just for argumentative sake, 195 divided by 26, so give or take 7-8 leads a day. That's pretty standard. A lot of my clients are anywhere between 3 to 10 leads a day, every day, until they tell us to stop. So let me give you guys an example. Let's see. Let's say last 7 days. Okay, so you see, in the last 7 days, he got about 23 leads, give or take. Okay, so 23 leads in 7 days. Okay, that's still a lot. These are people, again, who've given you all the information and you're having conversations with them where? On your phone. That is the power behind this. So this is just the purpose of what I wanted to mention here, is that if you're gonna be looking at a system, whether it's mine or someone else's, always what you want to find out is, okay, what's their intention? How soon are they looking? Okay, and then getting the right information. And then on top of that, you need to know that it's coming from you. Because what some other service providers will do is that, let's say, because this is what I could have done. I could have been like, okay, I'm going to take his leads and then I'm going to sell them to, let's say, Prasimon. Or I'm going to sell them to, let's say, Eunice. Or I'm going to sell them to Lucian. That's what some other companies do. But I don't think that's fair, right? If you're paying for a service to get your own exclusive leads, they should be exclusively yours. It shouldn't be shared. So if you're going to be working with another company, always make sure and find out, are these leads exclusively mine or are you sharing them with 10 other people? So for these leads, they're all his. So for those who want to be curious in terms of what he, let me just try and see if I can open up his page. I hope he doesn't kill me. But again, I'm only showing you guys this so that at least you can get an idea overall in terms of what's working and also the clients that I'm engaging with and what they're doing right and what are some things that they need to work on. Okay, let me just quickly go on his page. Okay, awesome. So this is his page. Still very new, guys. Like I think we started this. When did we start this page? I think it's like maybe 3 weeks ago, give or take. So this is his page, and I'm really happy that he's taking my advice, because one thing I told him, and I tell this to all of my clients, but not many people take this advice, and then they wonder why things start to become slow later on. I said to him, I was like, you want to be as active as possible on your pages. And what I did in the beginning, let me show you guys. I basically created a video to show him how to create content, and then I actually showed him step by step what he needs to do. And this is all on ChatGPT. So I showed him exactly what prompt I used. I showed him exactly what to put in, and I showed him exactly how to edit the pictures so that at least, you know, it's all on his page. And if you follow me on social media, you can obviously see I know a little bit or two in terms of content. So this is what I did for him as an example. And then I did this as well for him as an example. And then I think he took over after this. Yeah, he took over after this, but at least I can see he's, yeah, you guys can see that. You see the difference? Because I was like to him, brother, we need your smile, man, you know? And then I think he was like, nah, I want to go back to my serious face. So you can obviously see the difference, but he's following my process. And now he's posting consistently, which I'm really happy that he's got some content in here. Now, why is this important? So the reason why I'm mentioning why this is important, especially for those of you guys who are going to be looking at doing something like this, is that, remember, guys, your lead's first point of reference when they see your ad is going to be your page. So what happens is that as soon as they see your ad, they're going to want to click on your page. What do I mean by that? So some of you guys might be like, what do you mean? So for those maybe who may not have an idea in terms of what that looks like, let me show you. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen maybe one of these ads in the past. If not, it's fine. I'll walk you guys through in terms of what that looks like. I'll walk you through a full sales process, because this is the big problem I'm seeing with a lot of agents, not just my clients, but from many agents. So give me a second, let me quickly share this. Okay. So this is just an example in terms of where his ads will be shown and how it's going to look like. So it's showing you exactly how it looks like on Facebook, Instagram feed, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, and of course there's a whole lot more which I'm not going to cover now. Okay. So now let's just imagine, right? We're on our phone and we're on Facebook. Now, if I'm scrolling on Facebook, this is what the ad would look like. This is what they would see. Now, they have 3 options. They can either click on see more to see what the ad is about, okay? Or they can click on learn more, they can like, they can comment, and then they can click on the picture to then go inside. So let's say, for example, somebody clicks on learn more. I just want to walk you through the whole process so you guys understand this. When somebody clicks on learn more, this is what pops up. I'm just trying to come clear. This is what pops up on their phone, right? And then they go through the process, relocating, continue, they provide the information, they get the code, and then submit, and then that WhatsApp is sent. That's what happens automatically. But this is what I want to mention that many agents don't really look at. So remember now going back onto the page, right? Remember when I told you about the page? Here's what some people do as well. Most people, the goal is for them is to click on this button so they can go through that process. But there's a percentage of people, I'd say it's an 80-20. 20% of people, before even contacting you or clicking on learn more, they want to check out your page. They're like, let me see what this guy's about. So when they click here, this is what they're going to see, your page. Now, this is the problem that I see many agents have. Many agents don't really have a optimized profile. So when I say an optimized profile, for really clear, simple terms, most agents don't update their page. Most agents don't give information that is relevant to their leads. So when I'm talking about information that's relevant to their leads is, let's say, for example, his clients in Germiston and Boksburg are currently struggling because their homes are not selling. Maybe because number one, they're giving the mandate to every agent. And number two, maybe for most of those sellers, because those homes are old and they haven't done any renovations, but because they bought that home back in 1995, they're assuming that it must be X price now because they've been there for 20 odd plus years, for example. So let's say those are the three main problems that's going on in this particular market. Many agents don't speak about those three problems in market on their page. And therefore, what does that do? It then creates, how do I say it, a disassociation. So what do I mean by that? It's, how do I say it? You're just like every other person. You're like every other agent, which means that they don't find you relevant at all. So the only way, guys, you can be viewed as the expert, as someone where they're like, hey, I want to talk to this person, or I want this person to sell my house, is you need to speak about the current problems that they're going through. And it's very easy. Just look at all the objections and the things that you're getting right now on your market. Or what are the questions that you're getting from a lot of your sellers? They put that as content. So I'll give you an example. So you see here, before you buy a house like this. Now, of course, this is not for sellers, but again, he's creating content maybe for someone, or maybe he's realized there's a lot of first-time home buyers who want to buy in his area. So what is he doing? He's giving them content. Look at that, guys. Some of you guys, I've noticed, you don't even get one, not even one like. And the reason why is because your content is not relevant. People are not finding it engaging. Are you just going to go and look at every single post on your Facebook and like it and comment? No, you're not. But the ones that you like, comment, and share, what does that mean? There was something about it that got you to want to do that. So I always like to say that the best way you can create that relationship with leads in your area, especially when they see your ad, for example, and they want to go check you out, create content that's relevant towards them. And that's something that I had to tell them. You see, consider selling your property. There we go. One share. So clearly this person, I'm not going to share the name, maybe something like this, we're checking it out, right? Clearly what he's doing here is engaging with the leads, with their problems, what they got. Instead of you guys just posting a listing, okay, you want to start creating that type of content that helps people. So I just showed them exactly how to do it via GPT, and it's very simple. Now, you don't have to do it this way. You can also create videos. If you look at my page, you see I do a lot of videos, and I won't speak about that, but they get a lot of engagement. So that's very important. Please, guys, when you are going to be posting or running ads, make sure your page is up to speed. Make sure your content speaks to your audience. And not just to your audience, but it's specific to your audience. Why? Because, as I said, they're going to see his ad. Some people will go through the process, but some people want to actually verify. Does he know what he's doing? Do I trust this person? And am I ready to give over my property to this person? So those are some of the questions they have in their mind. So you want to answer those questions as soon as they see your page. But this is the problem. I see many of my clients do this, is they automatically think that the ad will do all that job, the full job for them. Don't get me wrong. And I should stop sharing this so that you guys can see how serious I am with this. Okay, guys, don't get me wrong. Okay, don't get me wrong. The ads will definitely help you get people who are ready. But let me give an example. If, let's say, you got 10 leads, right, in one day, I can guarantee you from those 10 leads, there's going to be 2 people who are ready to move forward. Where and how and what time, that's all dependent on how soon you contact them, how soon you respond to them, how soon you set up an appointment, and your sales process. It's as simple as that. But there will be 2 people that will be ready to go. So what does that mean? About 20% of them will be ready to go. So what about the other 80%? This is where it's very important. And when I showed you his page and I showed you his content, there's going to be another 2 people who will be going to check out your page because they're trying to see, is this someone that I trust? Is this someone that I want to work with? Okay. Those 2 people, if they're satisfied with what they see on your page, they will then contact you on WhatsApp, and boom, that's how you get them. But now, if you don't have anything on your page, if it's a ghost town, if the spider webs on your page, are you going to get those 2 people? No, because in their mind, they're like, well, I'm not sure. So it's very important to understand this. Trust is very important. Just think about this for a second. I want you guys just to understand this, because I think many agents don't really I understand many of you guys aren't taught this. And that's the reason why I do these live sessions, so I can help you guys understand this. Guys, we are living in a trust recession. Never mind the economy. Okay? We are living in a trust recession. What do I mean by that? Guys, trust is at an all-time low. Nobody trusts anyone anymore. Why? Because people have dealt with bad businesses. People have been scammed before. There's a lot of stories. And with social media, what does that do? It spreads like wildfire. If you got a bad experience with the business, what do? You maybe lost them on social media and then it shares. How often have we seen Vodacom, MTN, and all these big companies catch heat? It's because of that. So now what happens? People's trust is low. So now, the only way that you're really going to be able to gain people's trust is one, visibility and consistency. The ads will get you the visibility, but the consistency is going to be in the content that you post. Do you have to post content? No. But if you want to start closing more leads, that is the best way to go. I'll give you guys, let me see if I want to show you guys something really powerful. Just to show you guys that this is something that I'm not just saying out of my mouth, but it's a real life example. And I can show you guys a ton more, but I just want to show you guys something to really help you guys understand. And I want you guys to ask yourself, how am I building trust, especially online? Let me just try and see quickly. Give me a second here. Crap. Okay, I'm going to have to try and hide the size number. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. Okay, you know what? I'll just take a screenshot and then I will, because I want to save these. I don't want. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to show you guys the screenshots just to show you how trust is very important. Okay. Give me a second, guys. If you guys have any questions, please put it into the chat. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay. So this is the power, guys, behind when you're running ads and if you're also creating content. Let me quickly share my screen. Do this here. Okay. Screen is now sharing. Okay, perfect. So this is, I just had to, because he added in his number. But take a look at this message, guys. All right, get started. Hi, Wandile, I hope you're well. I've been following your successful progress, and I'd like to chat to you about some collaboration opportunities. If you're interested, please could you call me? So I needed to obviously cover his name. Brian Bieler, Hazelmark CEO. This is on Facebook, guys. This is on Facebook. I've got many more, but just to give you guys an example. What is that first line? I've been following your successful progress. For context, guys, this guy, I think I first started speaking to him 2 years back. 2 years back, he saw my ad. He went to you see the process that I showed you guys? He went through the same process, but obviously from my type of business, because I work mainly with agents and agencies. He went through the same process. We spoke on WhatsApp. He was like, hey, I'm the CEO of Hazelmark. I was like, oh, crap. And he was looking to do something on what I'm doing right now, but he was looking to implement that with all of his branches. So we spoke for a bit, and then, yeah, things fizzled out. I tried to follow up with him, and he just went ghost. I think I followed up with him for like 2 months, nothing whatsoever. I didn't hear from him. And then now he's reaching out to me. But take a look at this. I've been following your successful progress. How did he see my successful progress? Of course, it's not only the ads, but it's all the content. So now he's seeing the content and he's like, hey, okay, oh yeah, here's this guy. Okay, let me contact him. And we're talking. I think we spoke sometime last week. So we're going to catch up again to see how I can work with him. But why am I mentioning all of this? The reason I'm mentioning all of this, guys, as I said, trust recession. Okay, we're in a trust recession. So if you want high-level clients, if you want clients to literally give you their property, if you want clients to literally give you that exclusive mandate, you need to give them a reason for them to believe that you are the person. Because when I spoke to Brian again, I was like, hey, Brian, I know we spoke a couple of weeks back, or a couple of years back. I'm not sure if maybe you're looking for the same solution. He's like, we're still struggling. I need that solution right now. So look at this, guys. He's still having the same solution 2 years back. Why didn't he work with me 2 years back? He didn't say it, but I know. He just didn't trust me. But now he trusts me because they would have found a solution, but they didn't. So that's what I'm trying to help you guys understand, is that 9 times out of 10, If a lead is not ready to move forward with you, it's because there's no trust. And the easiest way you can build trust, guys, is consistency with ads and content. When you have those two, guys, it's literally chef's kiss. I know a lot of you guys probably came in from my ads, you saw my content, or you've been getting my emails, and then you work with me. Guys, why would I spam you guys? Not in a bad way, but why would I always send emails every single day? Why would I send all those emails to you guys? If I have nothing, like, why would I do all those things? I do all those things because I understand it's a trust game. It's a trust game. I think Mami Yvonne is here. I think Yvonne is here, right? But I remember very well, we had a conversation and she said to me, she's like, I trust you. I've been seeing you've been doing this for a long time and I've been getting your emails. I have another client as well who said that it took her 2 years to get emails from me before she decided to work with me, and then she got results. I'm even happy to even open up that email to show you guys. So the point I'm trying to make, okay, just to help you guys understand this, which many agencies are not going to tell you this because they don't understand it, okay? If you really want to crush it, okay, to a point where you have no competition, you want to have, yes, visibility, and ads the best way to go. Do you need to only use ads? No. If you want to get as many leads, have as many conversations, okay, plant as many seeds as possible, ads is the best way to go. You saw those results, 195 messages in a space of about a month. Imagine if you do that consistently for 5 months. That's 1,000 messages. That's 1,000 conversations. That's 1,000 people in your pipeline in 5 months. How many cold calls would you need to do that? And on top of that, those people don't know you. You see? So you always need to compare apples with apples and see which one works best for you. So once you have the ads and you have the conversations, the next step is, okay, how can I build trust? And I tell you now, guys, content is the easiest ways to build trust. In terms of how to build content, it's very simple. Just answer the questions that your leads are currently struggling with. You don't have to go to ChatGPT. I just use ChatGPT because, honestly speaking, guys, I have a lot of things to do. I don't have time to be consistently coming up with new ideas. For those who don't know, all my videos that I create on social media, if you go check them out, I'm not going to cover it right now. Some have gotten 1 million views, some get 500,000, some get 200,000. How am I doing all of that? I just basically figure out, okay, what is the core issues the market is going through overall? And then I just go to ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, cool, let's create a script. We create a script, and then I record, and then I edit, and then I post. That's all I do. Okay, so you want to then also use tools to help you. You don't always have to guess things yourself, but I always like to use tools. It's just one of the best ways to go around it. Anyways, guys, so that is really what I want to emphasize today, is ask yourself every single day, what is one thing I can do today to build trust in my market? It is that simple. Ask yourself this question every single day. And I want to show you guys something. Guys, the algorithm wants to, if there's somebody who will give you, I don't think you guys get this information anyway, okay? Guys, I've realized that the algorithm wants to help you go viral. It wants to give you all these views. It wants to give you all these comments. It wants to give you people. But if your content is not resonating, then it's not going to do it for you. I will show you guys something. I want to show you guys something real quick. And I should go through my content. I want to show you guys something that I realized actually this week. So this is very powerful, guys. If you guys can really understand this and just take one step, it's really going to help you guys a lot. Let me quickly share my screen. I'll show you guys now what that looks like. Okay, perfect. Let me share my screen. If you guys have any questions, please put into the chat as I'm just quickly sharing this. Okay, perfect. My screen is sharing. All right, I want to show you guys something. Okay, so this is just all this is the call it the Meta Business Suite. And then basically what it does is that it walks you through all the content you've been posting and the data that you're getting. So for now, let's just focus on Facebook for now, because it's going to show Facebook and Instagram. So let's just do Facebook. And I'm going to show you guys something. Okay, so let us start. Which one has got the most? Okay, wait, give me a second. All right, so take a look at this one, right? This one here, almost at 1 million views on Facebook. But let's click on it. I want to show you guys something. And I'll maybe do 2 or 3 more so I can show you what I'm speaking about. Okay. So this video over here, what 1 million bought in 1995 versus today, I was mainly speaking about property. And if you take a look at that, 559,000 views, it reached over 885,000 people. This is the video basically that I did. But look at this. I want to show you guys something. 626 shares, guys, 357 comments. Okay, over 8,000 reactions. I didn't pay an ad for this. This was all just pure, I just posted it on my page. So if you look at my page, I think I only have like, what, 21,000 followers? I think when I first started, I was on 10,000, right? But how did I get so much views? How did I get all these views? How did I get all these views, all these shares? It's because I was speaking about something that interested people. But here's the key that I want to mention here. It actually shows you, where did these people come from? So it's showing me only 1% of my followers actually saw the video. So where did all these views come from? Recommendations. So what does that do? The algorithm is recommending your content. So if you're posting a video, a picture, whatever it is, what is the algorithm doing? It's not showing it to your followers. It's showing it to people who might find it interesting. Remember what I always speak about. When you go on, let's say, Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, let's say you like cat videos. Give you a quick example, right? You like cat videos. So what will the algorithm do? It's like, okay, this person likes cat videos, therefore, we're going to show content that's similar to what they like. So when the algorithm is showing content, what is it doing? It's showing content to these people who have what? Been looking, interested, speaking, engaging about what? Property. Because this video here is all about property, and it's all about what 1 million bought in 1995 versus today. And that is what the algorithm is doing. So what happens is that the minute you post it, your video or your picture or your image is going to go on people who have been looking at the topic that you're speaking about. Can you see how powerful this is? Because now you're now getting all this free exposure without even having to pay a cent for it. And that's why I say, guys, you want to create content that's relevant. I'll show you another one. Let's see. Okay, look at this. I was actually even surprised when I. It's very interesting. And this is content you guys can also do. But I just got tired of agents not doing content. I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to do it. Look at this. 1 million in the township versus 1 million in the suburbs. Guys, look at the comments. 627 comments. I didn't pay a cent for this, guys. Over 5,000 reactions, 5,000 likes, guys, 627 comments. And guess who? Did my followers see it? No, only 1% of my followers saw it. But guess who? 97% of people who saw it were people that the algorithm was showing it to. Where it's like, hey, we see you like content on property. We want to show you this. We think you'd find this content interesting. And that is how I'm getting all this visibility. Okay? That's the power, guys, when you're very intentional with your content. When you're intentional with your content, the algorithm is going to do everything it can to recommend your content for you. So if your content is not relevant, then guess what? People don't care. So where am I getting at with this? I could have just easily then just done a property listing. Was that going to get all these views? No, because it's not relevant. So I had to find a way to make it interesting. Now, of course, that's just my process. But as I said to you guys, create content that gets people interested. Create content that gets people to think differently about property so that when they go on your page, they're like, damn, this person is getting all these views. This person is the expert. Boom, you're good to go. I literally have, my inbox is crazy now. I have people asking me, hey, Ndile, I want to buy a property. Can you source out some information for me? I'm getting people from England, for example, who are like, hey, I'm looking to buy a 15, 20 million rand house in Cape Town. Can you help me? All right. I'm getting all these people now asking me for, can you help me buy or sell property? Okay. And why? Because they're not viewing me as a property expert. But you guys can do the same too if you just be very specific with your content. That's really all it takes at the end of the day. So I really wanted to share with some very interesting information with you guys to then walk you through how trust is going to be the end all be all here. So when you've got your ads and you've got the content, the algorithm will then do it the best that it can to give you or give that information to your audience. Obviously, don't want to bombard you guys with information. So if we really had to sum it up today, guys, is please, guys, we're in a trust recession. So ask yourself every single day, what is one thing I can do every single day to build trust in the market? And the easiest way to do it, guys, is these babies here. Let's say, for example, like, okay, but one day I don't know how to post on Facebook. Use WhatsApp stories. That's a secret right there. I know of an agent. Okay. I think she sold 33 homes last year. On average, she does about 5 to 7 deals. I think she sold about, it stands to be corrected, but last month I know she sold 7 homes, 5 to 7 homes. I know this month she's going to do another 7. Do you want to know how she's selling 5 to 7? What exactly is she doing? WhatsApp stories. What is she doing on her WhatsApp stories? This is what she does. Okay. All she basically does is she gives the right information on WhatsApp stories. So for some of you guys, will be like, oh, I don't have time to go on ChatGPT and pull all this information here. You guys post you guys know how to post on WhatsApp stories. So because you know how to post on WhatsApp stories, then you can put that information in your stories. What do I mean by that? Create 3 different stories. First story could be like, if you're a seller and you're struggling to sell your house, watch my next story. Boom. Then you just have a quick text. The reason why your house probably isn't selling right now is because you're giving it over to 10 agent. Here's the best step to fix it. Boom. The last story. The best step is list with 1 agent, for example, and have a clear pricing strategy. If you'd like to find out more information, pop me a message. Done. You create 3 different stories. You just write down in text, very short, very simple. Don't write, guys, people don't read paragraph. Write it very short, sweet, put that on your story. That's one strategy. Another strategy, this is what she personally does to sell a lot of homes. Every time she does a handover, she records it. Sometimes clients want to be included, some clients don't. But she records every handover. What she does with the handover, she's got gifts and then also champagne. And then what she basically does, she does a quick video of that handover. Maybe it could be a shot in the kitchen with the champagne. Welcome, Mrs. Spanbani, or welcome, Mr. X, to your new home. She'll record that. And then what does she do? She then posts it, not once. Okay, now here's the secret here. She doesn't post it just once. She will now, let's say, for example, she did, as I told you guys, she sold 33 homes last year, which means that's 33 videos because of 33 handovers. Now she's got 33 videos on her phone. So what does she do? Every week, twice, 3 times a week, she's going to take the handover she did last year and then post them on her WhatsApp. What is that doing? It's building trust. Because now she's got sellers that she spoke to that were maybe listing with other agents that didn't want to price counsel, that didn't want to do according to her price, right? They're a bit fussy and finicky, but they've got each other on WhatsApp. But guess what? We're very curious. We're always going to watch. Now, guess what they're doing? When she's always posting that every single week, in their mind, they're like, another handover, another sold, another one sold. What is that doing? Building the trust, building the credibility. And then guess what they do? Clearly you know what you're doing. Clearly you know what you're doing. Okay, cool. Let's work. And that is how she gets the sellers. She doesn't follow up. She doesn't cold call. She doesn't reach out to 10 million people a day. All she does, she'll post that on her WhatsApp stories every day. And that is how she gets people coming in. Of course, she posts on social media, but I would say the WhatsApp stories is the secret. So I would actually charge for that information. You guys are getting it for free. So it's up to you guys. It's up to you. But anyways, do you guys have any questions? Let me see if I can answer some questions. Ndega, do you have a question for me? So you were saying that you're struggling with stock. You can put it into the chat, and then I'm happy to answer. But I hope this has been helpful, guys. Hope it's been helpful. If anyone is going to ask a question, it's cool. Just one more note, guys. Guys, sitting and consuming information, and I know sometimes it feels amazing. Like, wow, great, this is nice. Okay, cool. I'm going to plan to do this. I'm going to plan to do this. You know, you start putting things in motion. But then I'll tell you right now, if you're not going to actually do it and be consistent with it, you're better off than not doing anything at all. You're better off as the agent who then doesn't do anything at all. And the reason why is because it's more painful to know the information and you don't do anything than not knowing at all. I would rather not know at all than know the information, know what I need to do, but I still don't do it. That for me personally, that's what hits me inside. So it's just very important, guys, to everything that I say, I'm not saying it because this is what I'm guessing. It's actually true. And if you implement it, you'd be so surprised. Okay, but you guys, Tandega is right there. You can see the message. Okay, I think let's chat on WhatsApp, Tandega. I think I got your call. Sorry, it's just been a crazy week. Let's chat then on WhatsApp. You can just quickly pop me a message. If you're available, let's chat tomorrow just so we can finalize the last few steps. And then, yeah, we can get you ready to launch next week, Monday. I don't think there should be anything that's left over unless there is anything different. But yeah, guys, I think, awesome. Thanks, Tandega. But guys, I think that's just really the main essence for today, guys, is please be consistent with your content. Run ads. It works, guys. It's just, remember now, we're just, people's trust is at an all-time low. Some of you guys had to see me watch my masterclasses, see my emails, you probably had to watch a lot before you decided to work with me. Don't think that you're special and then you don't have to go the same thing as well. Sellers require the same. They want more information. Anyways, guys, I hope this has helped. I need to dash, move over to my next meeting. I hope this has been valuable. I'll make sure that the recording is tomorrow. And yeah, but Simon, if you want to chat, please pop me a WhatsApp. I need to prepare for my next meeting. It's been all love, guys. Peace and love. I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.